You want to speak? What's your name? Tyler. Okay, so it'll be in your name? Michael, Tyler, and then I'll say a couple of things, and then we'll move on. Okay. Not much longer.
Okay, I'll just be very brief. That's a perfect segue, by the way, because we were just talking about, actually several people brought it up about media outlets and the possibility to get out to more people quicker and more in a relevant way. And I don't know how many of you remember when KCOF 102.5 FM down in Kona now was part of our community. But the good news is that we are diligently working on getting that station back on the air, and we are very close to doing so. I've been working hard with Richard in the past half year or so, and it's been a sequence of 3 steps forward and 1 step back, and we just got our control board back from Colorado repaired, and new laptop to replace all the motherboards that were shot in the computers and so forth. And our step back was that we had a Honda 3000 generator just stolen recently, so now we're having to replace that, but we just found another one. So we hope to be back up and running very possibly this December, and I do expect that to happen. So please be aware that we are going to be back on 102.5 FM. Richard has expressed his intention to use his station as an exclusive media outlet to be able to display all of these issues, put them out there, and have people talk freely about them. I would like to be able, we have the technologies now with Report It Live on iPhones, to be able to actually record meetings such as this and to play them back immediately over the air. So I'm very excited about that, and not to mention the great music as well, to bring that back as part of the community as well. I just want you to all be aware of that. Thank you, and aloha.
Thank you, Michael. I remember KCOF fondly. Our next speaker is Tyler. Also, Kelly was up here earlier, so there's several different media outlets, including Occupy Hawaii. This is a very loosely formed thing. We're just starting out. Obviously, we're running pretty long. I think maybe it'd be ideal if we were about 2.5, 3 hours as opposed to 5 hours. So anyway, Tyler, you're up.
I'll keep it short. I just had 3 points. The first is communication. I think that the main salient point that we all need to take away from this is that we need to communicate. We need to communicate our sentiments, what we want out of our movement and our efforts and our energy that we invest into this. And from that, as an educator, the next point is education. So we need to educate those around us. We need to educate our friends. We need to educate strangers, anybody at the coffee shop, anybody. And stemming off of that, as an educator, we need to educate our young about what's gone on, about what's happened, about the travesties that have happened, so we make sure they don't happen again. They are young, but they need to be raised in a healthy environment where they understand what's gone on and how we can prevent it from happening in the future. And lastly, I think if we do both of those 2 things, we can realize success. And with that, I'll leave you.
Thank you, Tyler. Okay, Steve. Yes.
I didn't hear too much about the two-party system, but just a little factoid if any of you don't know. 90 to 95% of our Congress people, both in the Senate and the House, Democrats and Republicans, are the 1%. So until we change the two-party system, they're not going to be voting for the 99%. Period.
Sandra has one more thing to say. And thank you for that, Stephen.
Hi. If anybody has a group you would like me to talk to, have slides, will travel. And I'm very willing to come because I think the lack of information is a huge barrier to getting more people into the movement. They don't understand what's happened to them. They don't understand why they're behind in their mortgage or they're getting evicted. They don't understand why the banks won't negotiate. They don't understand why their hours are being cut back at work. If people could understand this more, they'd understand that there are some solutions, but it's going to take massive political work to do it. So, with that in mind, thank you. I'm happy to come. Just invite me.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay, I want to say a couple of things, and I'm going to make it very brief, but this movement is different than any movement that we've seen in, other than maybe the Vietnam War or the Civil Rights, but since the 60s. There have been anti-war movements against the Iraq War when that came out. There have been climate change, things of that nature, civil rights issues, but no one's come out for them. There hasn't been. I mean, we are an extremely wealthy, comfortable, apathetic country. Even here, I mean, we are now in a crisis that none of us has seen in our life that's going to rival the Great Depression. I mean, why are you all here? I mean, all of a sudden. Did you all become idealists overnight? Are you all hippies? No. The reason why people are out now, the reason why this movement is getting traction, is because we're all in danger. We're all in danger. Our survival, our monetary survival is in danger. Every single one of us probably, unless you have a trust fund, is in danger. And that's why you're seeing this happen. Okay? We're not even a well-organized group. And we got 90, 80, 90 people out here today. I mean, I'm literally running blind. Don't even know what we're doing. And still, I'm amazed. Actually, we're very young. If you think about Occupy Wall Street, is only about 10 weeks old. They're in a doldrum right now. They just kick people out of the parks. It's obvious that camping in the parks is not going to be the solution in and of itself. I've been waiting for the educated people here, the people who have educations and the people who know how to speak and know how to organize, to step up. And literally, we have 1 to 2 years before this thing gets ugly. The European Union is about to fall apart, which will affect us. Anybody who has pensions, things are going to go lower. And then what happens? The people who play with trillions of dollars of derivatives and basically fictitious money, when they fail, they take it out of our social safety net. They take it out of our environment. They take it out of the infrastructure. They don't take it out of the military. But that's up to us to change. We have literally a year or a year and a half. And what's going to happen is if you guys don't take this serious, this isn't a party. This is our survival. And what I mean to say is, outside, all the people who you talk to, who don't listen to you, who just go, oh, geez, he's talking about politics again. Those people who don't understand what's going on, when things get bad enough, and they take away their food stamps and their welfare, and they can't go to the hospital when their baby is dying, or Walmart, they don't have the money to get the food for their children. We are the most armed and entitled country in the world. We have about a year to a year and a half to get these people behind us and to tell them who the real culprits are. Because what happens is the ignorant will turn on everyone else, and we'll end up with crime, we'll end up with we'll lose our civil liberties, and you and I, all of us progressives in here, will end up voting in the next fascist president, next fascist government. You know why? Because we got tired of being robbed by our neighbors that you didn't take the time to explain to while we still had full bellies and nice brand new vehicles outside. Okay? We are not coming back from this. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not an alarmist. America's peak time of making, we're not competing with the Chinese and the Indians. That's not going to happen. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to become more of a social democracy if we are to avoid our karma. We're the wealthiest country in the world. We've come through the past 50 or 60 years of the best times that any civilization has ever experienced. Every single one of you has lived better than a Roman emperor in here, just by virtue of healthcare, food, travel, information, music. We are going to pay for that unless we step up and turn this into a progressive country. Even Hawaii, this whole island is full of progressive people. Kona now, the woods are full of people who all care about organics, who are all environmentally conscious, or at least they say the words. They hate war. They want sustainable agriculture and renewable energy. And guess what? They don't vote. They don't participate. They're apathetic. They might believe in some really crazy conspiracy theory. If we don't get those people, we're not going to win this. We have about a year. I think we need to change our Congress, and I think we need to put some pressure on the President, if not get rid of him. And that's what I have to say. That's why we're doing this. Anybody who has organizational skills, we really need that. Caleb, you seem like that type of guy. I heard a few other people here. Seriously, I don't have any experience in this. So we need to turn this into a proper organization with procedures so that we can become a political force. They need to respect us. We need to. Our county is run by old boy Democrats, and yet we're filled with hippies and progressives who don't vote, who don't participate. This thing is just, this Occupy movement is just a movement right now. But when this passes, when the name Occupy is no longer chic, and it's losing chicness pretty rapidly, we still have to have a Kona progressive caucus to represent all the issues that we care about here. And we need to be a force that people respect. And I can see every single one of you is connected to 30 or 50 people who respect you. You guys are leaders. And I know they say it's a leaderless movement and we shouldn't say anything, but I don't believe that. I believe we're here, we're proving something, and I think we have a moment. So if any ideas on how to become more organized, these issues that we're voting on today, I'm not following the proper procedure. I'm the one who initiated the idea of it. A couple of us talked about it. Why? Because we can't get you guys together enough times to decide on what to do next. So some of us have to be, excuse my French, the asshole. Some of us have to say, you know what, I'm going to propose my idea, I'm going to push my thing, and if you don't like it, you can shut me down, or you can tell me how to improve it. But that's what we're doing here. We're setting up something. We want to turn the ideas that you vote for, the ones you care about most, into working groups. And then we're going to solicit by email people to staff those working groups. And you'll have 2 months to research those ideas and come up with a plan of action. And in 2 months, let's say January 26th tentatively, we'll meet back here or maybe the Civic Center, and each one of your working groups will present to the main group what you think we should do, what politicians we should talk to, what petitions we should do, whether we should, what fundraising we need to do, what kind of demonstrations we need to do. But we're going to have to move this forward. We're going to have to move and become a political force. We need to get to the place where our membership is big enough and our plans are clear enough that the politicians around here solicit our endorsement. They come to us. And we need to affect the Congress, we need to affect the council races, the mayors, the governors. We have the people. We just need to get out to them, and we need to organize to do that. Okay, that's my speech. Thank you. I want to thank all of you for coming. We have a guest musician and his son, Matt Binder, and I don't know, what's your name? Abe. And they're going to lead us in a sing-along to Makana's song. And we're going to finish with Hawaii Aloha, and then we're going to go home. Who needs words to the Makana song? They're on the table, okay. Do your best, okay? And I want to thank you for your patience, everybody, and your... yes. And your opinions, definitely. Okay, here we go. My pleasure.
What a great organization that takes break for sunshine.